Not only do we have legislation that specifically refers to single payer, that refers to the Canada Health Act and the principles and values, we also have secured commitments to delivering diabetes medication and contraceptives using a single payer public model. So we've gone beyond just the legislation, and we're going to cover medication as well. This is a historic first. This is a big step forward for universal single payer pharmacare.
I think I've found what the Liberals are getting in exchange for giving the NDP their expensive national pharmacare deal.
Going to be an ongoing battle. We have laid out the foundation with this legislation, which is what we wanted to do. And I've been very convinced that if we really want to move forward, the best way to do that is to elect more New Democrats. The Liberals have dragged their feet. The Conservatives definitely don't want this. If this is something that matters to you, we are the ones driving it.
I think the NDP is going to back a Liberal motion to block Conservatives from forcing votes on every little thing in the House of Commons. The motion would also let the Liberals extend sittings or shut down the House as early as the Liberals wish.
That, at the end of the day, is what democracy exists to do and what democracy is built on. So we as a government are really, really committed to supporting Canadians, to supporting them with health care, because we know that that's an urgent challenge.
They need the support of one other party member to do it. But back to the National Drug Plan, it's an NDP flagship policy, which will include access to diabetes meds and contraception, and it won't hurt the country's already strained finances, says the Minister of Cancelled Disney Plus subscriptions, Chrystia Freeland.
And I think Canadian families are looking really closely at all of their expenses. I personally, as a mother and wife, look carefully at my credit card bill once a month. And last Sunday, I said to the kids, you're older now, you don't want to watch Disney anymore. Let's cut that Disney Plus subscription. So we cut it. It's only $13.99 a month that we're saving, but every little bit helps. And I think every mother in Canada is doing that right now.
However, no one can really give a firm ballpark figure about what a national drug plan is going to cost the already struggling taxpayers of Canada. The Globe and Mail cites government numbers of $1 billion annually. However, the Parliamentary Budget Office puts the number at closer to $11 billion annually. Just look at this. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh said while he hasn't secured a hard deadline for implementing pharmacare, which the Parliamentary Budget Officer estimates will cost about $11 billion a year, the NDP has laid out the foundation with this legislation, and beyond that, it will be an ongoing battle. And with that, of course, Alberta and likely our friends in Saskatchewan are opting out of the National Pharmacare Plan. With the financial costs of the drug plan uncertain, I can tell you that the NDP was willing to sell out basic parliamentary democracy to get their socialist healthcare scheme pushed through. Let me show you this sinister Liberal plot to make sure that the latest government censorship plan, the Online Harms Bill, passes the House of Commons with the least amount of debate or difficulty or scrutiny. It's called Motion 35. It's in the House of Commons right now, notwithstanding any order or unusual practice of the House for the duration of this session. So that is that this motion is only for this session and focuses on legislation the Liberals want to pass in this session. It reads, a minister of the Crown may, so that's a Liberal minister, with the agreement of the House Leader of another recognized party, who do you think that's going to be, at any time during a sitting, but no later than 6:30 p.m., request that the ordinary hour of daily adjournment for a subsequent sitting be 12 a.m., provided that it be 10 p.m. on a day when a debate pursuant to Standing Order 52 or 53.1 is taking place, and that such a request shall be deemed adopted. It keeps going. On any day, midnight or thereafter, if the House has not completed a series of recorded divisions related to the business of supply or on any bill, a minister of the Crown may move at any time the suspension of the sitting of the House, which shall be deemed adopted, and the sitting of the House shall be suspended until 9 a.m. later that calendar day. So what they're saying is, with the support of another party leader, they can decide to shut down debate in the House or stop voting in the House at a specific time. They're just giving a hard cutoff time. This is what the NDP are willing to do to shut down any attempts to temper the Liberals' tyrannical desire to control what we can see and say on the internet, all so that we can buy birth control for Liberal cat moms in Toronto. Now, this motion is in direct response to the Conservatives forcing marathon votes on the Liberals in an attempt to hold them accountable for ramming through legislation that Canadians don't want. The Conservatives forced the Liberals to sit in the House all night on December 23rd to vote on inconsequential line items. It was 27 hours of straight voting on 100+ issues, and the Liberal whining was delicious but also insufferable. And it was done because the Liberals won't repeal the carbon tax on Canadians because we can't afford it, and taxes don't change the weather. And if you're going to bring in profound cultural changing legislation, well, you should be able to argue it. You should be prepared to work for it. And you shouldn't be able to do it easily without any opposition. That's exactly what the Liberals, though, have gotten the NDP to agree to here, to make it even easier for the Liberals to bring in bad legislation and to limit the opposition's ability to do their job in the House of Commons, which is, of course, to oppose the government. And yet the Liberals will say their online harms bill is necessary to protect democracy as they shut it down to get the bill pushed through. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Did you know that one of the reasons the NDP have not broken ranks with the corrupt and failing Liberal Party in the House of Commons is that NDP leader Jagmeet Singh doesn't qualify for his parliamentary pension for another full year? To see more about this and to sign our petition, go to jagmeetspayday.com.